So fine, right? If you go to this program, internal tables, how you are going to populate it in a single step only. We will do it. One step or single step that removes all the data from database layer to internal table. As a result, you got this way. Further processing of loop scenario, we will talk to the next level. So if you go to here, this is your select query basic example. Basic example. Sabar see through. Yes, we will how does this loop statement works also you want to observe loop statement moves the record because we want to write it to the presentation finally. So then first step one is the target area declaration. Without declaring target internal tables, you cannot use select query because you have to write into table followed by what. If internal table declaration is missing, you cannot write. That's why you have to follow these steps. First, declare target area. Second, select a query through you move the data. The third one, process further. So, right, now, internal table first record. Internal table first record. Look what I tab internal table to it will come to work area first. So this area is holding 10th record. When it is moving, it doesn't become empty. A copy of the row information is moved. Write statement is printing to the output statement as a 10th record here. So 10th record is written to the buffer and as well as final output statement. Second iteration does what? Loop is a iteration by iteration. It will move till all record. 11th record comes, so it overrides 10 by 11, 10 by 11. Then this 11th record is going to write at the as a second row of output screen. So 11th record. Then next, if you go to the that is 12th one, now it is here it is 12th record, third index record. Now it is going to be 12th record, 12th index, third index. Now this is your overall report because yes, this is your front end. Hmm. This is output of internal table using select state using write statement because write statement result is only this. At a, this output is written at a, you have to see at a presentation level. So now presentation level are like this is the whole hot topic of internal table scenario because entire ABAP is depend on internal table and mostly entire ABAP is depend on the database tables also. So that's why this picture, this topic is very, very important today's topic because how you fetch this data, how you are going to fetch the data from database table and how you are processing to further level because ultimately yes where user need this output, right? Because we have started this program with users requirement, client requirement, or business requirement, or customers requirement. So user want to evaluate the vendors data, available data. So for that reason only Technically, we know that data vendor master data is resides in LFA1 database table. That's the reason we declared this to internal. Because suppose if I declare only internal table, then how you write it directly internal table data? You cannot write to the write to um, obviously you need work area to far. This is for that's the reason explicit work area is. So this is your new syntax, latest syntax, performance-wise good. So if you look at its name different, IT underscore work area underscore. Memory address different, name different, memory address different. But what is common is the column headings, column names are common, number of columns are also common. That is overall, both are declared by similar structure only, right? Only the difference is it is a table, it is a work area. Table means it can accommodate number of records row by row, line by line without overlapping and overwriting. But work area can always one record. Yes, this is the way. Okay, got it. So this is the overall. Now we will go to debug mode. With this understanding, I can take it to debug mode. Right. So let's go to the program menu, execute debugging. Yes, go to desktop 3. This is I habituated. Yes, this way. So we are into internal table 1. Remember it. And you want to write type TY vendor. TY vendor is a type you cannot see, that is invalid variable. Because showing is this is the title variables explore. So you can only explore variables. TY vendor, so you can then double click on IT, double click on work area. So it is a line flat structure. This is a initial standard index internal table. Yes. So, but if you look at work area is empty as such, but it is created by listener land one name one. But go back, internal table is empty as such, but it is created. It is ready to accommodate. Internal table with empty rows is created. Correct? This is standard. Yes. Now you okay. What is 0 into 3? 0 means is a kind of matrix. 0 means first rows, 3 is a column. So rows are 0, columns are 3. That's why columns are 3. Okay, what is 96? Why it is 96? Yesterday it was 56. It is today 96. What is this number is also important. That is memory in bytes. Because actually if you go to here, 35 plus 3 is 38. 38 plus 10, 48. 48 into 2 is 96. That's the logic. So because each line, each row is created by listener land one name one. So here it is character. If you combine or add, perform addition of a line, how many characters each line can hold up to? Each line can hold up to 48 characters maximum, isn't it? 35 plus 3 equals 38, 38 plus 10 equals 48. In Unicode system, what happened? Each character occupies 2 bytes in the memory. That's why 48 into 2 equals to 96. This is the technical explanation. Okay. These things you can only find in debug. Yes. Go to that. I will discuss that part. Once again, I'll come back. So here, so the memory address. So how a structure is yes. If you go to the next level, directly we are going to the select. Executable statement is select. Executable statement is select. Now select, yes, select star for listener land one name one from LFA1 into table. No where condition. So that here you cannot write select star. There is a reason. I will tell you. Um, in this case, you can write also. We can both are allowed. I will tell you, no problem. So first let it be. We'll continue. What will happen? Okay, what will happen? Select query first. Select query result size bus you have to check. Size bus. Right. Go to Sabarsi 0. Sabarsi 0 internal table is filled with 3 into 3, 96. Double click. Yes. 3 records already there. Yes, we are already familiar in SC16N or else go to SC11. LFA1 is holding how many entries? 3 entries. This is the database. What are the three entries? Listener one all zeros, one all zero one, one all zero two, India, domestic vendor, etc. So this is the way we have to cross check. Are we getting the same data? Yes, we are getting the same data. Sub-RC is 0. Size sub-RC 0 means it will go to the else part. It is writing record form. That's then going to the second loop statement. How does this loop statement works? Because here we have to evaluate work area is empty as such. So the internal table first record loop statement, internal table first record is this is the vendor, domestic vendor. So the first loop starts from the internal table first record, it comes to one all zeros India and all. That is internal table first record is came here. You want to see independent evaluation, you can check it out also. Just like a variables through, you can check it out, work area content. So it is going to write it in a buffer. Second iteration, second record comes. One all zeros one, vendor two, and all. Third iteration, third record comes. Correct? Third record is over. Next fourth iteration, it will try to read the last record. There is no system does not find the record. It will directly go to end loop. That's it. It is writing to the output screen. This is about your explanation through picture as well as debugger, working with vendor master data only. But now we are going to, I don't want to disturb this particular here. You can add a, yes, I want to tell you certain thing. This is your land one and a name one. We will write as a new column separated by space. So here, hmm, new line. So, but output point of view, there is no such difference. Output remains same. So when record found, you no need to write record found. Directly you can write the right still. This should be kept inside of the else. That's the best practice. Okay. Now we want to go for addition scenario. What is addition scenario? Yes, I want to fetch city name also. City name is there here in the database. ORT01. Yes, this is name too. You can fetch postal code. You can fetch, and yes, this is your Hyderabad. That is what is your ORT01. Go back here. There is a something like some yes, switch from yes, this is switching to English names. Okay, I want yes, to go to details. This is your ORT01 is city. So city is empty. We'll take postal code for easily understandable. PSTLZ is maintained for. I want to PSTLZ type LFA1 hyphen LFA1 hyphen PSTLZ. You have to know that these right side names you cannot alter it. These are all table fields, it is fixed. Left side names you can do it. Postal code, normal English names you can write it. Even worker also you can write it. Actually, what happens with the type addition through is it is getting the technical properties from the database table. So it uses the table field. Table field uses data element. Data element uses domain. Domain level you have yes, domain level properties, character, even output length and all, any value to everything. Data element related properties, everything, this all these properties, table field will get it. Table field is getting semantic, non-semantic properties from data element and domain. When I use this table field into my structure type component, my component also will get the table field semantic, non-semantic properties. Yes, that's what happening. No value move, only the technical properties. It will adapt it. Again, by using this, internal table and work array gets added automatically. So if you want to add it, you have to add to the next line. That is nothing but land one. Land one also you have to use cell one postal code. That is nothing but PSTLZ. Yes. Correspondingly, you have to add it. Work area vendor hyphen PSTLZ. Right? Yes. Right. If you go to execute, yes, this is your postal code. Right? So four columns. Even in the debugger also, quickly you can evaluate internal table and work area created with there is the IT vendor and work area vendor. Right? If you go to select query, just double click. Yes, there are three rows, but four columns. It is 116. Now it is not the row is 46 plus 10, 56 into 2, 116. Yes, it's corresponding change. So this loop repeat for how many times? Loop repeat for yes, three times only. Obviously, three times. After that, it will go to out. Yes. So this is the way to perform changes. The advantage of writing new line I already explained. Tomorrow I don't want land one, so simply comment land one, comment land one, comment land. See here, this sequence you have to, I forgot to explain uh, the database table sequence. All the sequence also does matter. Yes, this is you. You are the developer. You must take care of this sequence part because don't go for mismatch sequence and all. That is wrong approach. Okay. Yes, here it is something error. Huh? Vendor land one name one PSTLZ. What was the error? 1 second. Wait. So here it is. Yes. When land one is commented, what was the error? Land one is unknown is the error. That's what I'm expecting. Yes, correct. So land one should be commented. Then only yes. So now means I told you you can add a component here. It will automatically get added to internal table work area. Similarly, you can add to select statement, you can add to loop and write statement also. Either comment scenario, add scenario, both are over. Even so, now always what is important? What is important is you have to go with. Hmm, you have to go with the. Yes, this is important. What is it? Select query sequence, internal table field sequence, everything you have to keep it in. Yes, anybody have any questions?
It's like that if we are not using the work area,
Okay.
so can we print it from the internal table
No,
directly?
that's what I said. Suppose directly write if you write IT vendor is giving error directly. There is no such provision, such option to print directly. No. Yes, there is no right. You have to that is I will you detailed explanation on that. Only the way to process to further level is this. So okay. So now O corresponding already I explained. You want to go in a mismatch order. You want to go in mismatch order. You want to still say what is this same sequence at the time. Okay, you can use move corresponding that is into corresponding fields also. So okay, for a moment we will declare it. I'll just copy this quickly. Copy comment. Two times I'll comment so that no confusion. Yes, we will go to okay, we will keep this one. Even this line also quickly I want to insert it. Go to pattern because other pattern here. Yes, you can use this star and star. Automatically you will get it anyway. So simply saves time. Okay, here I'm going to paste it. I will do the change. So first of all, this declaring it's okay. All those things, right? These are all also we can keep it not an issue, but the focus must be on yes. This is not the case because we are going to the another topic, pitching with this is also okay. But my second type of explanation is yes. Okay, what is recommended is this internal table field sequence must be as per the database table field sequence. Yes. So in that, so directly this inside, so that yes, right, so that no confusion. Right. But as a best practice, I'm going to explain write it here. SAP recommends declare internal table fields as per the database table field order, field order or sequence. Right. Okay. Yes. If you go to like we will see. We want to cross check it once whether these are all in the same order or not. So we take this example. This example. So SC11, SC11, LFA1, LFA1, listener, land 1, name 1, and the postal code, PSTLJ, PST. So this is the database. So I also mentioned listener first, after that land 1, after that name 1, after that PSTLJ. Yes, we misskipped name 2, name 3, name 4, no worries. But we are not going in a mismatch sequence. As just like ascending sequence we are using order. So this is as SAP recommend to use the same names, German field names I am using, and the same sequence I am using. This should be the recommended approach. Clear? Coming to the, this is already I explained in the structure. Once again, I am repeating the internal table. SAP also recommends, okay, the select statement recommends that the specify select statement columns, select statement columns as per the database table, field, order, or okay, that is about your overall. Yes. Now, yes, I used same sequence, listener, land one, name one, and all same sequence. So that's why you write statement sequence, everything same sequence, no worries. But sometimes, okay, what happens, like if the uh, what is this, use use into corresponding fields addition into corresponding fields of addition, if what is the if the declaration mismatch with the database order or select statement hmm, select statement columns select statement columns differs from database table field order fields, okay, into corresponding fields of works like a move corresponding. How does into corresponding works? Already I told you. Into corresponding fields statement, that is works what is that, based on identical columns. That means it moves the data based on same column names, then only it will move. Okay, that's the purpose. So into corresponding addition works that. Okay, yes. So now, like yes, wantedly we will do mismatch, and I will try to show it to you because I will go in a postal code. Yes, and the second name one, something like that. Okay, then listener. Okay, then land one, suppose. Then land one. Because 4 to 4 number is tallied, that's why it is accepted. I have not changed the declaration. Is If you go to here it is. Okay, just execute. So we are getting this is postal code first, but land one, name one is truncating. So mismatch things you will get. One, because I told you this postal code value is written in place of listener. Name one value is written in land one. Vendor value is written in place of name one. Land one value is written in the place of postal code. Mismatch. So even though I go because mismatch, you want to achieve it, you have to respond to itself. Go with into corresponding fields addition. Into corresponding fields addition advantage that you go in any order, it will still write in a proper manner. You are getting the right approach because you are right similar output. How does it works into corresponding? First, it goes to the database table field. That is, I already it will fetch PSTLZ. So target internal table first it will compare field to field comparison. Listener no, land one no, name one no, postal code. So when PSTLZ match with PSTLZ, then it plays the value to the target. When name one value match with name one, it will play. Listener, when it is matched with listener, it will play. So land one it will play. That is what because into corresponding act like move corresponding. It will move the values database table name, field name versus internal table field name. It will compare. When field name matches, then only it will move. If field name doesn't matches, it doesn't move. That's what. Gaps only it will take it into consideration. It doesn't matter this field at which position, which column position it is there, and which data type and length it is written. All those things are ignored. This is about your. So I'm going to you explain. This is usage example. Usage of into corresponding fields addition in select query or select statement. Done. This is your overall. But some wantedly I did it. But generally SAP does not recommend into correspond. The reason because you are keeping additional load on the system that it should compare all. Okay, you typed mismatch order and all. You are not bothered about the sequence. That's why there is a requirement of usage of into correspond. This is not recommended. You as a developer always take care of this sequence. This sequence both are important. Okay, all are important. Then that's about your basic internal table, vendor master data example, basic example, first example. Correct? Yes. Now what I want to do is I will go with I will again I'm taking this example only. This example. We will copy it to the one more program. Okay, one more program. Otherwise, we will go to this copy internal table one to internal table two. Copy, yes. Copy all, right. Save as local object. When you copy it, so this is your working with internal table without a header line syntax is correct. So this is your program. So here it is without headline syntaxes only, working with SAP table data only. Yes, the extension is, yes, what is this extension here is exploring, exploring all operations. All all means further missing things. So it is two. Right. What I will do is because since I copied it, I will delete all the code. Delete the code. Yes, I will try to keep it in a systematic manner. So now we will go back to the yes, fetching data only. Obviously, the vendor master data. Yes. Now, yes, this part, this explore also not required. Type and like all those things completed. Even this record found also I don't write it. So I bring this loop here and inside. This display also. we will- Now we will go to example. Yes, Like, yes, we fit this initial both. Okay, you can go with like addition or will use type addition. This type addition. That is template. Again, data not. This is what the first thing, right? So here declaring internal table, and this is your declaring work area, right? So here now, even if I write select star from also accepted, select star from also accepted. See the difference. Mhm. Yes. What is this? IT vendor is unknown, TY vendor is unknown. In this place, that right? TY vendor. So now IT vendor, it is giving as it is not long enough, right? So this type of errors we will get it. Why we get this error, we will talk as a separate topic because so first we will go with a as it is listener because the star fetches all rows and all columns. When you fetch all rows, the target internal table is able to accommodate all rows, but all columns are missing. That's why it is giving all this. This is your you are getting the one three. Because sometimes select query may be fail. That's why we are writing this right statement. If the data is not there, you have to know what happened to my select query. Subarchi check is must. So this is your, I'm going to change it to, okay, what is this? TY underscore LFA1 I will take because I want to go in a LFA1. See, everywhere you have to change it. LFA1 source. The left side, it is not the name changing, not by, because when you are using vendor details, okay, vendor, but in fact, in vendor, so many tables are there. Particularly, we are going for the base table. LFA1 table. When you change something above as a program, you have to change everywhere. Otherwise, it will get corresponding immediately. You will get error stating that this is unknown. But as I said, if you want to change vendor by LFA1, simple. So go to, you also know this. So what is our requirement? I want to change vendor, replace with what? Replace with LFA1. That is my requirement. Correct? Yes. This is find and replace. So four fields found. Select it. Click on from cursor without dialog. Automatically you got everything got changed. These things only changed. String vendor was replaced by 5 times with LFA1. Remember to save. That means if you want to get effect of this, you have to save it. Save, then only changes will reflect. See, here it is. Vendor is replaced by LFA1. Now it is over. It, this is your basic topic, right? Execute. So you are getting all the three, four information. Correct? This is your practical vendor master. So now, what is our focus? Our focus, several various syntaxes we'll talk later. Various select statements we'll talk later. But I want to show you first and foremost thing is we are going to, hmm, we are going to, yes, this is your records, right? In debugger also, you can check it out. Four columns are declared, four columns are fetched, four columns are displayed. Go and check once because this is your now what after name change. TYLFA1 is unknown. ITLFA1 or career LFA both are empty as such. Correct. Now, if you go to this after select query, so you got three records. Three records into I tab. So three records are processed. That's why it is going to print three records. Right. So now, yes, this is your loop statement, right? Loop statement through you are printing. So what exactly the difference of these things we will see now. Four records over. But now, first let me introduce. Yes, we are going to yes, this else part also you can keep it in the else. Particularly loop syntaxes I want to explore to you. Right. So if you go back, this explanation is over because I want to introduce first one is loop operation. Loop operation explanation. So loop operation is only allowed on internal tables. First step. So what is the loop? Yes, it begins with the loop and ends with end loop. Both should be there. Correct. So the syntax goes this loop space at the space loop at is followed by internal table name into followed by target, that is your work area, then end loop. Then just in between the right statement. That is, you can say that print is process work area content. Best practice is process WA content. You want to print or you want to modify or you want to do something. That is, it could be one block or multiple blocks of statements, you can use it here. So this syntax is new for you altogether. Right. I'm giving explanation on this syntax. First you remember it. So we'll go to the loop at I tab. So it begins with loop keyword. It ends with end loop keyword. End loop is a single keyword. It's very simple, easy to understand this. So at is a keyword, loop followed by at should be there. So loop at must followed by internal table. Yes, this is yes, at that operand position. What is that? It is internal table name. You have to use internal table. Under this name, it should be work area. You have to use it. Yes. Loop at okay. Loop at must followed by internal table name. Internal table. Okay. Next. What next? Into must followed by into must followed by either work area or in case of old syntax it could be header line or field symbols. These three things are allowed. Into followed by header line you can use work area, you can use our field symbol, you can use these things. I will talk it later, don't worry. Okay, present time being you keep it as work area only. Then go to the next topic, that is your yes, end loop. So end loop ends the loop, ends the loop processing processing of loop, processing of right. Next, what happens? A loop and a loop in between loop and loop, we can process each work area, each work area content. We can process means you can do print or you can modify or you can sort or you want to do some changes, anything you can do it. Yes. So what happens? So you have to understand loop is a keyword, is a keyword, and loop is a keyword, into is a keyword. These keywords are capital letter uppercase. This is very simple, easy syntax. ABAP syntax are very easy to learn, easy to practice also. Right. Next, okay, we have to go to because in ABAP there are totally four types of loops. I said in the initial basics. That is do loop, while loop, let loop, and select reselect. Only four. Yes, you want me to connect I can take you to directly. Simply, I will type end select. It will take you to the up. This is the place. Because see here in the loop, loops are repetitive statements, repetitive statements. So there are four types of loops are there. One is unconditional loop. These two are used for general programming, but whereas select and deselect loop is used for database table purpose. It is used for so on that day only the foreign shared loop and the loop is used for while processing many internal table entries. Okay. Yes, if you go to here, yes, let us take because we will see all type of explore here. I will comment. Okay, I will comment the end loop. Suppose comment the end loop. Check. It is giving error. End loop is missing. Incorrect if statement and all. Right. Okay. Otherwise, we will do one thing. I will keep this. I will keep this loop outside. I'll keep it outside. So even else part simple so that your internal table end error got changed now. See, two errors become one error because end loop is missing. You observe closely whenever you come across this type of errors before the end of the program, the control structure loop must be well. Multiple times you will get this type of error. You have to observe that end loop is missing. That is missing means it is not typed or it is commented. Okay, I corrected it on. Suppose loop is missing. Let's comment loop. Check. Now you got another type of error. Incorrect testing for the statement end loop. There is no open loop, open structure introduced. This type of error also you will get it in the live project. A number of times you will get it. Well, that means either you commented the loop or you have not yet mentioned the loop. So this you have to observe it. Clear? Go back. I mentioned everything. That's okay. Then pretty printer. Pretty printer arranging loop and loop L column 1. End loop L. End loop E at column 2. Yes, I mentioned this at column 4. This I mentioned at column 2. But if I click on pretty printer, it will auto arrange the indentation. Source text was format because format is nothing but it will automatically arrange this indentation part, beautification part. Begin column, end column should be same. Yes, it auto converted keywords in uppercase also. Right. Now here you have collapsible areas also. You have to know that. What is collapsible? This is a tree structure. You collapse it. Collapse it. When you collapse it, plus is the collapsible and minus is the expandable. Expand collapse. This is the terminology we use it in tree structure. So if you place the cursor on plus, what it is, it will show the code. If you place the cursor on plus icon, it will show the entire code. Short form. Because if 1,000 lines code is there, you can collapse and you can quickly see what is there. This is your one more explanation. Correct? And second, suppose if this uh, code end loop is somewhere here, loop at somewhere here, but I am in this page. I am confused. Where is loop and loop? If I look at end loop, the end loop is missing. If I look at loop, end loop is missing. So that's why you have a provision. you have end loop double click. It will take you to the loop. If you double click on loop, it will take you to the end loop also. Right. So to avoid, there may be we in the live project, we work with many loops, many internal tables in single program. That's why we to avoid confusions, we are writing this. This is in comment also. This end loop is for what? This end loop is this approach is a standardized approach. So that see, of course, I am reading this end loop. I no need to double click and cross check it. By looking at end loop only, I will come to know this end loop is meant for this loop. Okay, so that easily I can analyze it, understand it. Even we will write end form, end if and end loop also. We will write this inline begin statement so that you no need to double click and cross check it. Got it? That is another standard. Yes. So now I'm coming back. Yes, we will see this particular. You want to delete? Yes, delete it so that it will come to above section data. Yes, removing the blank lines. Correct? Yes. To use data. Suppose loop followed by I will comment everything. It is still giving error. What is that error? So it is no syntax errors. It's okay. Loop and loop, but there is there is no such output as well. Yes, if you go to here, that is there is no output at all. This right statement is accepted, even though this is your there is no result at all. That's why we never use only loop and loop. It is syntactically correct, but yes. Now go to the yes. So if that is the case, I can go and write this. What is it? Loop, loop, and loop is a optional addition. Optional addition means what? Even you don't write at a statement, and this also still it works. So specifying at is a optional. But generally, without that, there is no use. Only loop and loop of no use. We will go to the second at keyword. At followed by this one. Even I will comment the rest. Immediately you are giving error stating that at ended unexpectedly. So this is mistake. Okay, yes, this type of error you will get it. Okay, go to the next level. Loop but by mistake if I write like this, it is giving error red color itself. It's the expected space or comma. Yes, this is important. Loop is a keyword, at is a keyword. Then going to the LFP1. I forgot to specify the into addition. Go to next. See, the internal table doesn't have header line. One of the additions into work area are assigning. Otherwise, what is that? Reference into. Otherwise, so okay, because that field symbols cannot use it here because into followed by assigning is a keyword. Assigning followed by field symbol. Okay, so that's why don't worry. Like come back to here. So this is into is not optional, it is mandatory. Okay. Transporting no fields open. Want you can write if you want transporting no fields J. Yes, this is there. At that time, it is accepted. So transporting no fields is only supported in combination of where addition. So these are all you have to follow by where addition. Then only it will be supported. So very rarely used that. So then we will go for most commonly used is this. If you go to here, into addition. So into is a keyword. Into followed by dot. This is again error. This is the into followed by into ended explicitly. Into followed by work area I mentioned it. It's okay. Now it is accepted. Right. But in between loop and end loop, I don't want to write anything. What it does? Nothing. It is no error, even no output as well. No error, no output as well. So now, yes, even at this time, even you can check size abasi at loop statement also we can write it. Size abasi. If size abasi not equals to 0, mm, not equals to 0, what is that? Yes, no record found. No record found. Else record else. So this is also, yes, you can use iSubRC for loop statement also. So this is your overall. Yeah. If the records are not there, then the query is not there, then you can check it out. The records are getting here. Okay, you can check this approach. Right. So loop is basically used for processing multiple records, but each iteration it will go with one record by record. That is the purpose of overall internal table loop syntax. Okay, so there are a lot many things to discuss on internal tables. We will go into next topic. Okay, next topic, next session.